What if a spider got injected with human DNA, becoming stronger, bigger, smarter? And because of his abilities injected with human DNA, he becomes a superhero to other spiders, saving them against the threats that spiders face, like humans, like deforestation, like a bigger spider injected with the same serum, ready to turn the rest of the spider world into his slaves. Meet Krog. Krog's a pretty normal spider. He likes to spin his web. He likes to hang out in this attic that he lives in. You know, catch a couple flies, eat a couple flies. It's a pretty chill existence for Krog. But the thing that is that Krog doesn't understand that he's in the attic of a genius. In fact, this genius is a genius in genetic engineering, barred from Harvard and Stanford and Oxford and every great university in the world for illegal experiments. This genius comes up one day and he looks for a spider to hunt. He actually picks up one of Krog's friends, Felina, and he's about to put her in a jar when Krog jumps onto his hand and bites as hard as he can. He doesn't know it yet because he saved Felina's life, but Krog has been chosen. He gets injected with the DNA and he doesn't feel good. Felina comes and checks on him the next day in the attic and Krog is shaking. He's growing. He's expanding. And because he's expanding, we know that he's changing into something bigger, something else. "Are you okay?" Felina said. Krog says, "I don't know." He's bigger than the other spiders now, stronger, smarter. But he doesn't have time to waste because the man's up in the attic again, hunting spiders. Krog can't let that happen. He jumps onto the man's leg and he bites, and this time the man falls over, scrambling away. His eyes widen. "My experiment worked," he said. He crawls down from the attic. Krog grows. He's bigger than the other spiders now. Smarter, clearly. He's not a spider anymore. He's something else. But every spider in the attic knows that he saved Felina from the same fate. And one spider in the attic is jealous. From the outside is a tarantula that managed to escape one of the genius neighbor's kids' rooms. He wandered into the attic and became a king to the other spiders. He was bigger, stronger, faster. When he heard about Krog, who is now about the same size as him, he couldn't have that. Krog was trying to spin his web and understand himself when Blord came to him. "Kneel before me," Blord said. Krog turned around. Everyone knew Blord. He would terrorize all the other spiders in the attic, make them weep, make them give him fealty, make them give him all their food. And yet, Krog was bigger than Blord now. He knew. "No," Krog said. Blord tried to attack him, tried to eat Krog, but Krog knocked him onto his back easily. Blord's legs went everywhere, and he couldn't believe how strong Krog was. "You're not going to intimidate anyone anymore," Krog said. "I am the king of this attic." All the other spiders were happy. The empire of Blord was done, and Blord slinked into a crack in the wall, gone forever. Krog soon grew to a bigger size, about the size of a tarantula, but his strength was that of 40 times, human strength combined with spider strength. And all the other spiders knew that he would keep them safe from threats. Birds who would come through the attic, Krog could fight off. Other spiders having disputes, Krog could solve with no violence. It was incredible. The spider society in the attic was changing, growing around Krog. But it could never last. Blord went into the genius's laboratory, and the genius was shocked to see a tarantula. But Blord knew that the genius had the same thing that was inside him, a want for more, a want for power. The genius had injected Krog haphazardly, not knowing it would work, but this time he knew. His serum was powerful. He could enhance a spider. He injected Blord, and Blord grew to the size of a giant wolf spider. The genius started laughing, but Blord immediately bit the genius in the neck, spraying blood all over the laboratory. Blord set his eyes onto the attic, ready to take his revenge. The spiders were struggling. 3 birds had made it into the attic, and Krog was struggling to fight them off. Krog swung on his web and kicked a bird, shooting him out the attic. The other birds ganged up and tried to bite Krog, but Krog was strong. He used his durability and strength to pull the birds into each other. The birds flew away in a panic. All the spiders in the attic applauded Krog, and he finally felt like he had recognition in his life. He'd always just been a normal guy, but they were all cheering. Man spider, man spider. He was a hero to them. "Krog," a voice said. Suddenly, from the ceiling, Blord crawled in, covered in the genius's blood. The spiders scattered, and Krog was alone. Blord jumped down on Krog. Krog tried to use his strength and speed to get away from him, but it was no use. Blord had him in his clutches now, in his hairy, tarantula-like legs. He spun Krog into a web, and he screamed out for the rest of the spiders in the attic to notice what was happening. "Fear me. I have taken your god and turned him into my slave," Blord said. The other spiders, reluctantly, went back under Blord's control. What could they do? He would kill them, and their hero was dead. Krog struggled against his restraints. He knew that it was only a matter of time before Blord ate him, solidifying his control. Krog thought about how he went from being normal to saving someone, being able to make things actually better for the spiders. And he fought with all of his strength. He used the human intelligence in his DNA to understand the weak points in the tensile strength of the webs around him, and he managed to get out of Blord's grip. Krog challenged Blord to a fight in front of all the other spiders. Blord laughed. "I have had more natural strength than you from the beginning. I am enhanced now, enhanced as much as you. How could you possibly defeat me?" Krog smiled. "Let's find out." Blord attacked with all of his strength, and Blord indeed was stronger than Krog. But the thing is, his tarantula-like body made him slower and clunkier. Krog was able to jump around him, and he was able to get an angle on him where he could bite into Blord's neck. Blord bled onto the ground, and the other spiders cheered. Blord roared in rage. Krog made the mistake of looking at Felina before Blord grabbed him and pushed him onto the ground. His tarantula-like mandibles went towards Krog's neck. Krog screamed, but there was nothing he could do. "Now die," Blord said, about to bite. At the last minute, Krog had one idea. He webbed Blord's mouth shut, and the webbing was 10 times stronger with the human DNA. Blord tried to get rid of the thing on his mouth, but it was too late. Krog jumped up and bit into Blord's neck, sending blood spraying everywhere. "It's not about being bigger or stronger," Krog said. Blord stumbled around looking for Krog, but it was too late. Krog attacked him, punching him from above, below, punching his legs out from under him, humiliating him in front of the entire spider society. "It's about being smart." Krog stood over Blord and was ready to bite into his neck. "Finish it," Blord said. "No," Krog said. "I'm not like you. Get out of here and never come back." Blord left Spider Society, going out the top of the roof, slinking away. And Krog knew that he would be back. But unlike Blord, Krog could learn. Krog could be ready. The Spider Society applauded him, knowing that unlike the past emperor, Krog would keep them safe. Because Krog wasn't just the combination of a man and a spider. Krog was a hero to the spiders. Krog was a spider superhero.